And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Redskins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
They go play action. Mayfield. Flush to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on 2nd down. Snyder, a hit as he throws there, incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Looking to throw. Snyder dancing to his left, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit, and put some points on the board on this one.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. Off the play fake. Snyder escaping the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Off-play action. Snyder. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. 10 more there and another first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Into the Redskins have it. They do.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Snyder. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the gun, Snyder. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Let's take it inside his own 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we can put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd down, Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
And here's Marshall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Snyder trying to lay one up deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. Nothing conservative about that play call. You said earlier in the quarter you wanted to see them open things up, maybe take some shots downfield. There you go.
Yeah, and that one was successful. Even if they're not successful, when you take those shots downfield, they've got to back off a little bit, loosen up a little bit on defense, and give you a little bit more room if you want to run the football. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Off the play fake. Snyder. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Enough takes to start you out a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Snyder on the move to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. Well, that's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Remain in a scoreless first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Gone!
First down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On third down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield for Godwin. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
This is Marshall. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Yeah, started at their 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now Marshall. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Tackle made by Justin Evans.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on second down, Snyder. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Sheds off the tackle. He's got his man on the crossing route. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Lucky 56.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Throwing on first down. Snyder. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Complete. Richardson has it. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, Snyder. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Snyder, he sets to fire deep, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically. Because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for a loss of 5.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mayfield. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On second down, Mayfield again. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
And again, it's Mayfield. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it this.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Toss. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
So out now come the Redskins. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now Scarborough. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
Watch him now, Barney!
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal. They try again with Scarborough. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Snyder. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gun! Detroit! Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Looking to throw. Snyder. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively. And he fires one that's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Snyder. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got it with the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run with Marshall. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
This is Scarborough. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. It's Scarborough again. Well, he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Bo Scarborough, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now a toss coming right side. That's Marshall. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Mayfield on 1st down. And an alley to run. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ryan Anderson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Preston Smith in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw, and this is going to be incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And no, It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins are going to win the football game. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Over!
Now a toss play. This is Scarborough. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The Redskins on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
Yellow.
Smith. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Trust. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah. Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation. This is caught inside the 15. And down to the 11. A big play for the Bucs there on 3rd down. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One last shot from Mayfield here. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.